Why women feel entitled to matrimony and a man's money. This is insane. It's so insane that it doesn't get talked about more. I mean, men say it all the time, but it's not like, because it's so ingrained in our social fabric that it's almost like a given. Oh yeah, she's a woman, she's going to get married. Even just absolute not good looking women get married. It's not a guarantee for a man. He has to bring stuff to the table, like Chris Rock said, right? It's not an entitlement. It's not a guarantee. Men have to work for something that could literally easily ruin their life at a flip of a coin. 50% divorce rate. 75 to 80% of women initiate divorce. Okay. Second marriages have a 75% divorce rate, up from 50% of first marriages, right? Women cheat just as much, if not more, than men. I think women cheat more than men, but they get caught less because they're just more subtle by nature. They're better at it, admittedly. They've done studies where it's 50-50 cheating. I think it's higher. I think women I think women just are better at cheating. It's easier for women to cheat. They have more access. So it makes more sense that the number would be higher. I just think they get caught less. But it's insane how entitled women are to the fact that they believe that men are going to marry them, and the fact that they believe men have to bring money to the table. It's insane, right? Women have to bring nothing to the table. They just got to bring themselves. Men have to bring resources, finances, the ability to take care of her. They have to bring all that to the table. What do women bring? Themselves. That's it, right? It's an entitlement. Men have to work to win her, to woo her, to court her. That's all on men. All women have to do is sit back and choose. It's like Richard Cooper always says, women sit at the finish line and pick the winners. Very true. That's it. What are they looking for? For you to provide for them a lifestyle, for you to provide for them resources, take care of their kids, whether they have them with you or with some other guy, it's the same, right? This is an entitlement. And the insane thing about it is they get away with it. That's the insane thing about it. The other insane thing about it is they believe that up until marriage, they can do what they want. My body, my choice. They don't believe that morality comes into play for your future partners. That immorality affects your character. They don't believe that, right? Because of this empowerment, and this is 100% entitlement. Why? Because they didn't work for this. Men are the ones who built society. Men are the ones who built society. You would think the least they could do to pay us back is honor us, respect us, right? Love us, treat us well. They do none of that. They do the opposite. Women didn't build society. Men did. Okay? And I don't believe women are capable of it. I really don't. I believe it's a man's job. Men did it. The end. And we're the ones who gave them freedom. We're the ones who gave them the vote. We're the ones who allowed them to benefit off the system. We didn't have to. So the concept and idea of a patriarchy is nonsensical, because if a patriarchy really existed, then there are places where it exists. Look at the Middle East. And they have no rights, the females. That's a real patriarchy, is when the women's have no rights and they just got to shut up and take it. That's a real patriarchy. The West, there was never a patriarchy. It's a sick term that is used to attack the people, the very people who gave you freedom, who built a society for you, who protected you, who took care of you. That's how insane the concept of a patriarchy is. It's radical feminism, and really it stems from communism and socialism, which is Bolshevism, if you really get into it, or I don't know how to say that word, Bolshevikism, whatever. And if you really take it that far back and you really get into the real deep stuff, it's meant to really affect the family unit. It's meant to disrupt marriages and the family unit. That's what the concept of patriarchy is. It's radical feminism. It's a part of communism. It's a part of subversive communism, which stems from Bolshevikism. if you really go back and do your research. And what's insane is how effective it is. There was a quote, I forget whom it was by. Oh, it's one of the greatest quotes I've ever seen, because it's so true, and it's by this evil man. I think it's Albert Pike. I'm not 100% sure, but he said women will do our work for us. Women will basically do our work for us because they will adopt this concept, and they will hate their men, and they will basically do our work of dividing and conquering, which is the whole purpose of radical feminism, which is what basically all feminism of today is radical feminism. Because when you live in a free society that gives you an opportunity to protest and exercise your freedom of speech against the very people who gave you freedom, that's not a patriarchy. That's not an oppressive system. That is you just insanely attacking people who gave you freedom, insanely attacking people who care about you enough to build a society for you and protect you from all the dangers of all the things we protected you from, right? Wild animals, savages, right? Well, you could call them wild Indians, back in the 1800s. This is real. This isn't a joke. Go watch that movie Hostiles. Look at what men have done, right? We've protected you from diseases. Men have created vaccines. Men have created hospitals. All these great things, for better or for worse, because now we're being taken advantage of in these aspects, right? I got the pill. I could just take the pill. I don't have to worry about who I can sleep with, or I've got these vaccines that keep me from HPV. I've got these condoms. I've got abortion clinic. All for better or for worse, right? We've done this, and what have you done? You stabbed us in the back. This is entitlement. This is, and the other thing is, it's money. Not only did they expect us to marry them and totally forget about your past, their past, right? Accept all their baggage, even if they got STDs. Accept their baggage, even if they got kids from another man, right? But they also expect us to have money, right? We need money. We need resources, right? You can't marry a woman if you don't have resources. How are you going to take care of her, right? This is the excuse and the entitlement that they say. So love to them it's got a dollar sign. It's got a hyphenated dollar sign, right? Love plus money, right? Or you need to have the money to get love. So essentially men are buying love, right? Because she's not going to stick with you if you don't have a place to move into, right? She's not going to stick with you while you're struggling and working to make money, right? She's not going to stick with you while you're just this broke college dude, right? She's going to go have her fun. Once she's done having her fun, 27, 28, she rode the cock carousel for 10 years, from 16, 17 to 28, right? Or 27, 28, right? Now she's ready for marriage. And by that time, guess what? Yeah, the guy went through all his college and all his suffering working his way up in the career ladder. Now he's 28, 29. He's got a good job and a mortgage. Now I'm ready to get married because he's got the money. So I just went and played. And what did he do? He was suffering in through the college classes. He was suffering through his internship and his jobs. And now that he's raised the ladder of success, he's climbed up the ladder of success and he has that mortgage. Now I'm ready. This is entitlement. But if you don't have the money, they don't want anything to do with you. Remember that song by TLC, No Scrubs? No scrubs. A scrub is a guy that can get no love from me, hanging at the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. This is female nature. Go listen to that song, TLC, No Scrubs. That's women's nature. It's female nature. Has any woman you ever dated not cared about money? Has any woman you ever dated, it's not been in her, her thought process for choosing you? No. They all want it. You need to have money. This is entitlement. They are entitled to your money. They are entitled to marriage. They believe you will marry them. And this is where men need to stop themselves and say, hey, wait a minute. What role do I play in this? Why are they entitled like this? What's going on here? Wait a minute. How am I involved in that? Oh, because I'm putting her on a pedestal. Just because she's sexy, just because she's cute. Oh, I'm worshiping her just because I want to have sex with her. Well, what else is she bringing to the table? What are your standards as a man? She shouldn't have a past. She shouldn't have been a carousel rider, right? For sure doesn't have kids from another man. Maybe debt. Maybe she bottom line needs to have a bachelor's degree. How about those things? How about instead of going out and partying and being a sorority girl in college, she was studying and she got a hard degree? How about that? How about you find a good quality woman who has quality character, right? And X these street women to the side. These 304s, these carousel riders. Nah, no, I'm not feeling you. No. Then what? Then what's left? Then they got all they have to marry them is the low self-esteem guy, the weak guy, right? The guy who couldn't get a date if he saved his life. That's who they really deserve. They don't deserve a high quality man if they've been riding the carousel for 10 years, right? Men are to blame for this entitlement. Men are to blame because they know there's always some chump out there who's going to put a ring on it. First of all, you shouldn't get married. Until the laws change, until the statistics go down, 50% divorce rate, you're rolling the dice. You're flipping a coin. That's your whole life. Everything you work for, she can take half. Makes no sense. She better make more money than you, at least as much money than you, so she can't take you to divorce court and get half your stuff, which she might be able to anyways, even if she makes as much money as you. It's insane out there. Don't have kids with her until she's proven that she's with you through thick and thin. And what does that mean? That means she loves you and she's down with you when you got nothing. And how are you going to prove that? I don't know, but those are my standards. So many men out there, oh, it's my duty. Mom told me, dad told me I need to go be a man and work, and then I can get a wife. This is what society says. I got to go be the resource guy. I got to go be the breadwinner. I got to be the earner, and then I can get a woman. Well, what is that? That's the Matrix. That's blue pill conditioning, guy. Think about it. You're being conditioned by a society that is out of touch and out of date with who and what is really going on here. We know this is what the red pill does. It saves lives. Take the red pill. Because you go out, you be this resource earner, you get married, woo, woo, woo. You're setting yourself up. Not only that, let's say it works. Okay, you're still buying a wife. You're still paying for love because she's not going to be there for you if you don't have the money. That's a fact. Try it out. Go try it. Go date and tell women you live at home with your parents. Tell them you live in mom's basement. Go ahead. See if you'll get anywhere. See if you'll get a first date. This is reality, man. This is the reality that we live in. This is entitlement. And what do they bring to the table? Again, what are they bringing to the table? Nothing. Tits and a nice ass. What's that? Right? What is that? What are they bringing to the table, guys? Really? What are they bringing to the table besides used goods? Do they really even love you? Can they really support you? They're hypergamous. How can they support you if they're hypergamous? Makes no sense. Oh, if she'll choose a better guy who has more money, more muscles, better looking, she doesn't really love you. That's not loyalty. She chooses you because she just got off the carousel because now she wants to settle down and you're the best that she can get. That's still hypergamy. That's her settling. That's her hypergamy is settling in that case. Anyway, I'm going to end it there, guys. Appreciate you listening. Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.